Okay, here we are with Leroy. He's gonna walk us through your pre-drywall meeting just as if I'm you, and we're gonna get started. Okay, Leroy.
How you doing today, folks? So what we're looking at here on the outside of the house is to start up in the front underneath of this orange circle here, you're gonna notice some dark spots. These are your fill cells. This is where your home is poured solid, top to bottom. And this beam that you see up here is your precast beam, and you're gonna notice that above every window, every door, and you're gonna be poured solid all the way down. You'll see our red dots here to indicate that we're poured. This is all tied into the actual foundation, and up at the top, your roof trusses, the straps are gonna be dropped into the concrete so they can wrap around the trusses, which is gonna tie the trusses into the actual vertical foundation here. So, as we come around the side, you're going to notice this Tyvek paper up at the top. This Tyvek paper is going to go on any exposed wood that we have around the house. And the whole idea is to keep any aggregate away from any exposed wood. So prior to this being inspected, you had plywood. This has now been inspected, so we're going to install a 90-pound lath and then some metal lath, which is going to hold the stucco up there. So we're going to keep those two entities away from each other. As you'll see up here in the front, all of the wood at the house is cut away from the concrete, and what we have is tar paper in between, so we can make sure that that wood never touches any aggregate, so none of that moisture will be wicked out and destroy the wood. You'll notice we have the top entry light in, as well as the front door. The doorbell pre-wire is in, as well as a 110 receptacle underneath. So as we come around the house, you're going to notice some white waterproofing on the windows. This is to make sure that after the stucco goes on, that if any water gets behind that foundation, it cannot be wicked up into the block. It will run straight down, and if you notice, this is all pitched coming forward, so the water will come down to an area where it can just be drained properly down to the ground. As we come around the house, you're going to notice that you can see your slab to block transition. We keep this nice and low so we can grade all the way down to the bottom and actually stucco down to the bottom, which takes us past our foundation level, which is going to help prevent water intrusion in the future. On the right side of the house here, we're going to have your hose bib. Your hose bib is going to run to the front of the foundation where you have your backflow, which is going to be right in front of that black box down there in the front of the house. Perfect, Miss Sue. We'll come around to the back. I like your slow turns.
I want anyone to get motion sickness.
So here on the back side, you're going to see you have a gas feed out. This is going to be where the pool equipment will be stubbed out. And we'll have everything running down. We have your J channel installed here. That's where your soffit's going to get dyed into. We like to do this before the stucco so we can stucco up to that point and have a nice clean transition. This is just the gas stub out. They don't have that. So over in the lanai area, you'll see that we have all of your can lights put up. Your pre-wire speakers are in place as well. You'll notice the fan lights are up on a 2x4, so you have ample strength for a nice heavy fan. And on the far side, you're going to see you have your 110 and your cable for your TV. To my left, you'll have your pre-plumb for your gas and your ODK outdoor kitchen. You'll notice you have the yellow wire there, which is GFI, so everything on the outside is a GFI receptacle. You'll see we have the sliders in place. These high boards up here, these are your batter boards. Your batter boards are going to be catching the blown insulation that's supplied to the house, so you can see that we bring it past the living area to make sure that we encompass everything. And we'll come around the back. You can see the view of the lake.
Great view.
And it's pretty.
I like this lot.
Back of the home here, you're going to have your hose bib. And again, everything on this windows has been waterproofed. You'll notice up top where we have the ventilation coming through. So these are for your exhaust fans. They come right over the top to your soffit area, so you can see that they have a true exhaust to the outside. And these will also be insulated around there, so we can make sure that the cool air stays in and the hot air out. As we get to the front, this is where your AC pad and compressor will be. This will have a concrete pad out here. You're going to have the copper here that's going to tie into your machine, and then your condensate line. And we'll go over that in depth in person to teach you about this machine. Your meter box, this will be inspected tomorrow, and then we're getting ready to tie this into the main FPL feed, which will run out to the middle where that green line is. This is going to be your 4-inch sewer clean out. Your 4-inch sewer clean out goes to the 6-inch sewer clean out that you see down here, and then that in turn runs out to about 20 feet to the middle of the street. So here in the garage, you're going to notice a few different things. We have your meter can off to the side. So you're going to notice all the wires running through. As we go through, you'll notice the yellow goes to all the wet areas. The white is your standard GFI 110. The black and the orange are 220 lines. So you'll see as they come through the house where everything drops into place. Up top here is where we're going to have your garage door opener. We have your attic access in place and with the light installed. This will be a 6-foot opening up here. I'm sorry, a 4-foot opening up here. This is our draft stop underneath the framing. The draft stop is put in to ensure that the cool air stays in and the hot air out. So what we'll do at the end of the project is hook your home up to an energy efficient test to in turn pull all the air out and see if we're getting any leakage. This is put in place to ensure that underneath this metal framing is pinched down to the concrete. This will be folded up and drywalled over. And the whole concept of that is just to keep the cool air in and the hot air out. So we're entering through the laundry room area. You'll have your dryer vent to the right, washer line, and then your sink area. And you're going to see all of these come through and ventilate to the ceiling. And you'll see up here on the ceiling where you see this gray tar mastic. We use a gray mastic on the interior ceiling so the county can see the black screw heads to make sure that we're secured to the ceiling and vented properly, but you are waterproofed on the inside and outside. This will be the AC closet. You have your plenum here for your supply and your plenum in the back for your return. Again, we'll go through the AC system in depth in person to kind of teach you about that to make sure a lot of proactive measures are in place. All right, so we're hitting the hallway. We're gonna have a return at the top. We'll hit the front bedroom to the left first. You'll see again, you're on a 2x4, you're gonna have ample strength. And then in the front bedroom, you have your cable and your 110 up high. And then every window in your house is equipped with a UV rating. So you'll notice every window, depending on the direction that it faces, has a different UV rating that we have up here for the county. The whole idea, again, is just energy efficiency. We're trying to make sure that these windows are tinted properly to keep the sun out, and again, just keep the cool air in. You'll have your first bathroom off to the left. You'll see our PEX piping coming through for your drainage, as well as the shower, and then the shower head up high. Again, all the exhaust is venting to the soffit area. So you'll see that goes outside. All right, perfect. So we'll hit the front door area. So here we have the front door entrance. So you're gonna see the wood bucking, the cove ceiling at the top. We have a 2x4 with the light in the middle, and then we're gonna have a smoke detector. Your house comes equipped with carbon monoxide detectors as well as smoke detectors. The bedrooms will all have carbon monoxide detectors, and you'll have standard smoke detectors through the rest of the home. You'll have your pocket door here at your entry. So just remember there's a pocket door here, so don't hang a large picture with a large nail where the pocket door never opens again. Front bedroom here, you're gonna see all the windows have been put up. Again, we got the cable and the 110 up high. AC supply in the ceiling, as well as an AC return. So we'll have the supply over here, and then we'll have our return, which goes to that back plenum. And through that closet area, you're gonna notice the tub. The tub has been set, and right now that is full of water. We have an aggregate underneath to make sure that settles properly so it doesn't crack. And again, we have true ventilation for your exhaust going straight out to the outside soffit area. And then you'll notice a lot of the plumbing pipes are going through the roof. They're sealed from the top, but what we're doing is bringing an air supply in to help the drainage for all plumbing. Beautiful. So this is coming into the den area. Your den area is equipped with the 4 can lights and your fan, which is on a 2x4 again, so you have ample strength. Off here to the right, you're gonna have your 110 and your cable up high. Please take note, to the right of this cable, approximately 8 inches, you do have a water pipe. So if you just keep a true measurement from the middle over here to approximately 8 inches, you should be right on that pipe. On the adjacent wall, you're gonna have your back of your kitchen, so you'll see some backing there that's gonna hold the hood vent, as well as the cabinets. And then you're gonna see you have a gas line running up here. So just be cognizant of what's behind these walls in certain areas. Dining area. You're set up on a 2x4, so again, you have ample strength for a nice heavy fan or light. And again, you'll see all the arches have been put in place. And over your head here for the den as well. So moving into the great room, you have the copper ceiling, we have the 4 can lights, and again, we're on the 2x4 in the middle, so we have ample strength on the copper ceiling. We'll have 2 supplies off to the left, blowing air into the house, and then we have your pre-wired speakers already installed up here at the top. And then as we look into the kitchen, we have your 3 pendant lights, as well as your 8 can lights, and then the solo light over top of it.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, good. So you'll have your under cabinet lighting here with your 110 line. You'll notice these underneath. You'll have your microwave line, and then your 220 line for your stove, and your gas cooktop will be over in that area there. So for the living area, you have your floor outlet, which is down low. And then to the left, we're gonna have your cable and your 110, all ready for you there. And then you can see the view out the back. Little dreary day today, but it's clearing up.
Finally stopped raining.
Finally. It only flooded for a little bit. So this is moving into the master. The master again has the copper ceiling with 4 can lights, and we're up on the 2x4. We'll have a 2-way supply coming in, and then you have your return coming out. Again, we have your cable and your 110 up high. And this is where your carbon monoxide detector will be installed in the bedroom. Your carbon monoxide detector will have a woman's voice. She'll say low battery, carbon monoxide, fire, where your other ones will be a hardwired, just a chirping machine. To the right, we're gonna have the master bath. So again, we'll see this back closet wall where we have all our PEX piping here for the shower. We'll have our 1 transom window to the top. We have our 2 lights installed, as well as our exhaust fan going directly out. Keeps popping.
Okay. I got.
Did you get that part?
Go ahead, say it again.
So we have your shower head up high at 74 inches, as well as the handheld, which will be on the rod over to the right wall. And then you can see your shower controls here to the right. We'll have the master, his and her sinks. We'll have both lights up high with the water coming here. So you'll see again with the PEX pipe, the white is for the cold, the red is for the hot. And that'll bring us into the master closet. Master closet, again, is going to have an attic access, not really usable at this point, but you will have a light up there, and you'll see you have your 2 lights for your 4-foot fluorescents up top there.
Okay.
Perfect. So this is what we have for you for the pre-drywall. Please feel free to reach out with any questions or concerns. That way we can kind of just touch base, make sure you understood everything, and then we're good to go. We should be insulating the house Friday or Monday at the latest and moving into drywall next Tuesday.
Okay. Thanks, Leroy.
Thank you.